another one.
All right. Curious. We're curious, Socks. How do you deal with all the security vendors? I bet a lot of us have scar tissue in dealing with vendors, aggressive sales pitches, and damn near untenable spam in LinkedIn from account execs can definitely get to be something else. On the other hand, I like to keep my ear to the ground on what's going on in the vendor landscape. So if anything comes up with the business, I can somewhat be informed. But when dealing with vendors, I'm curious how you all manage the aggressive requests. Like when they ask about contact information, spend, renewals, etc. With current vendors. I have a CSPM vendor doing that with me right now. I'd be interested in knowing how you all respond to such things, which I would consider out of bounds. What do you got on this one, Socks? How do you deal with those pesky vendors?
They're not pesky because they take me to steak dinners. They're my friends. How about that, son?
Not
No.
leveraging it right.
All right, so I got a really great short little story, right? I was working with a friend of mine, Jeremiah and Foxy. If they're watching this, they're gonna laugh, right? So I'm a fresh, like, I do cybersecurity, but like I'm fresh to the whole vendor interacting, and I'm a junior guy, help desk, like little position, whatnot. And Q Radar is like the buzz. It's a new thing. So I tell them, I'm like, hey, y'all mind if I go to this luncheon thing? Like it'll be good. I can learn about this product. Da 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 da. So Jeremiah, gray beard in the environment. Foxy, gray beard in the environment. It's like, yeah, we'll talk to the boss Dan and let you go. So I went, and they give you breakfast, they give you lunch, and you sit down, and then you go through it. And I'm really excited about some of the metrics that's being introduced. And so I go back to the office, and I'm like, hey y'all, we need to get Q Radar inside the environment. They looked at me, they clowned me for maybe like it had to be maybe 4 days, at least a week, because they're like, oh, you want some Q Radar on that? Because I was inexperienced in the allure of shiny objects, right? And you're the question isn't wrong. There are aggressive sales pitches. I thought that they like kind of veered off, but you if you read the how to, I think it's like, it's not Think and Grow Rich, might be How to Attract Friends and Maintain Them, or so one of those
How to
self
win
help books.
friends and influence people?
I think that's what it is, where you defer to a higher authority. So it's cool. Like I get tons of LinkedIn things from people that are like, "Hey, I see that you work for blah blah blah. I'd like to tell you how to make your team more agile and more, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm sorry at this point in time, I can't help you. I'm I'm not the I don't I'm not the purchasing authority. And then they'll say, well, can you refer me to that person? I say, well, it's against company policy for me to refer that information to you because, I don't know who you are. So there's a myriad. I mean, at the end of the day, you yes, they're going to, and that's for new vendors. But I think that what he's talking about is maybe a vendor that he already has, that's looking to push more product into their organization. And I think it's just boundaries, bro. If you don't feel comfortable about it, like, hey man, look, check it out. I we have appropriate amount of your product, and we're not in a position where in this fiscal year that we're looking to expand your technology. However, we'll keep it in the back of our mind as we continue to develop within X environment, right? If that's not enough, then just don't answer the phone for a little bit, and then answer, and then say, hey, look, check it out, man. At this point in time, we're not looking for it, but if you're still pressing it, then we may have to reconsider the implementation process or the partnership that we have in place. And like, that's why your organization puts you in that position to make those decisions, if you are indeed the person that can make those type of changes, right? Is because you got to have those difficult conversations, because you're in charge of protecting the business, right? Also, yeah, non-disclosure agreements work so that you can properly set boundaries that need to be in place. Research and networking, when you're talking about trying to stay abreast on new technologies as they emerge and are developed. That's just going to different conferences, or talking. Like, do you have friends inside the environment? I know, like, in cybersecurity, I always have to, I always have buddies hit me up saying, hey, have you heard of this technology? Do you know about this? Reddit is a really great one too. That's all I got.
So, what I normally do, because like me, I'm not in the position to like deal with vendors and stuff. So I normally just ignore them, right? Um, but you gotta understand too that as annoying as you might see them to be, they're doing a job too, right? And you can ignore them. You can talk to them, say, hey, you're not interested, like everything that talk says, but um the they have like they're trying to sell their product. So, and they have quotas that they have to meet as well and stuff like that. So it's just the business, just the game, right? You just gotta play it like you gotta play it the right way. So I wouldn't I don't know. Like, I just like, whenever I don't want to, like, you don't have to answer every call. You don't have to respond to every email, right? So that's
That's important for people to understand, though. My lady and other people have seen me watch my phone ring, and they're like, "It's rude for you not to answer the phone." I said, "No, I'm in charge of my time. I don't have to answer, and I can call you back when it's convenient for me. Like, and that's not being
Message.
inconsiderate or a jerk or any of those things, but it's about setting proper boundaries. So if you get a phone call at 9 o'clock at night, that don't mean that you have to answer it. You're not on pager duty for these people."
So one of my rules is respect your time. Don't let anyone disrespect your time, right? So it is what it is.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.